All right, what's good, y'all, man? So we reacting to the news that came out today from Matt Zennis of CBS Sports. Colorado quarterback Kaidon Salter is going to go back and set to make a change, and he will be the starter for Colorado moving forward. What do y'all think of this move? I am kind of torn, to say the least, because on one end, they obviously had Ryan Staub, who looked pretty good. He ended up getting the starting position, but they struggled a lot against Houston. And obviously going through the stat line of the loss, right? Ryan Staub was 19 to 35, 204 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He had a 27.7 QBR. That ain't getting it done. So I feel like it puts Coach Prime in a precarious situation, and it's tough because you went with Kaidon Salter to start the season. You felt like he gave you enough, and then to obviously go with someone new and to not have that pan out, it does a lot in terms of just confidence. And you got to think, like, where is this kid head at, right? Because he came over from Liberty, obviously with the expectation that he's going to start, he's going to be the guy for you this year, and then he's benched going into, week 3? That's tough to say. You know what I'm saying? That's tough to feel as well, man. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't playing at a high level, or he was playing at a high level, but at the same time, it's like, what else you're going to get out of him? At that point, you might as well go with the young guy, Julian Lewis, but I guess, didn't like the early signs there, I'm assuming, when he was able to come in the game. Don't feel like he's ready just yet. So it's just a tough situation for Coach Prime and obviously the Colorado Bucks. I do feel like they have a good accumulation of talent at the quarterback position. I feel like some of it has to do with some of the play calling. I feel like some of it has to do with the coordinator as well. No disrespect to Pat Shermer, but I feel like he needs to make it easier for these guys, right? They got the talent. They got the receiver help. They got the pieces they need around Salter in order for him to ball. And obviously these quarterbacks, man, I just think maybe sometimes the play calling that plays a factor. And I feel like these guys are pressing a little bit, trying to force balls in the tight windows and things like that, man. So it's interesting to say the least, but comment down below what you guys think, obviously, of this latest news. Came out a little bit earlier today, man, but I think it's tough. Hopefully, Salter's, confidence hasn't been shaken. I thought he looked fairly well in the first couple of weeks, obviously, at least against Georgia Tech. I know he missed some throws, but I thought he did a good job of managing the game, not being the reason why you lost, not really turning over the football. They didn't convert the turnovers Georgia Tech gave them, but at the same time, I feel like Salter did what he was supposed to do for the most part, besides missing a couple of those easy layup throws. But, he didn't turn it over. RPO game was really good. I feel like he's a guy you can lean on, as you kind of figure it out. And I think it's the right move to go back to him. The biggest thing is just his confidence, right? Will he let this shake him? Will he be ready to go now that he's back the man for the job, right? And that's going to be very important moving forward because it don't get no easy for Colorado. They got big games coming, right? Like, Wyoming this weekend. You should be able to win it at home, 10-15 kickoff, right? BYU's an interesting one. BYU's pretty good in the Big 12, right? Then you got Iowa State and then at Utah, right? Those are going to be games that are going to be tough this year, and you got to be able to handle your business and do what you're supposed to do. So you need your quarterback playing at a high level, to say the least, man. But a tough start early for Colorado. But we'll see if Kaidon Salter can kind of be that piece for them, kind of like that person they can lean on in some of these games in order to kind of win and be able to take that next step so they can get to where they want to be. They're 1-2, but if they're able to win some of these games, knock off some of these ranked opponents, you never know, man. But comment down below your thoughts on Kaidon Salter being named the new starter.